And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say.
Hey there, Leo. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a side of quick announcements, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, if interested, individual reads are back up and open. Either message or email me directly. Link is on main, and we'll set it up, okay? So, Leo, what are we looking at in this round of reads? This is going to be your career read for the month of July. Career, I'm defining here as not simply the labor or the time that we put in, but the intentionality of our efforts, right? What we produce, the contracts that we try to sign, the deals that we try to broker and make, and ultimately what we put out into the world, hopefully we give back in return. In some way, shape, or form, oftentimes monetary, but could be otherwise. So as a preamble to the read, Leo, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even if it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you, mislead you. Trust me, I got 12 signs to work with, and none of the time to lie to any of them. Instead, we lay all our cards out on the table. And good or bad, come rain or sunshine, we talk about it, because at the end of the day, tarot is a conversation, just an energetic one, okay? So follow along with me in your career read today, Leo. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. We're going to do a past, present, future kind of orientation. That way we could kind of map this timeline. So starting with your past, show us cards we need to see, please, for Leo Collective. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo in this read? So in your past, okay, Knight of Swords, I like that. Displaying the intent to act and move. Essentially, there's an opportunity, going for it. Why so? Temperance. Okay. Card of Sagittarius. So something that we mulled over for a while, but wanted the right pieces to be in place. And Seven of Wands. I got it. Okay. So in your past orientation, very simple, Leo. We were waiting for the perfect moment. That Seven of Wands, the guardian defensiveness almost like kind of contradicts the Knight of Swords, because we have one that takes action, right? Knights are cards of action in the tarot deck. Then we have the Seven of Swords coming, not Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, coming out saying, or at least suggesting that we have been so defensive. I want it to work out, but I can't let it go, right? We're waiting for the perfect moment. And so the idea was, if the right time, the right moment, the picture perfect, everything came along with Temperance, that I'd know it and I'd be able to move on it. It was very much a state of basically sitting on the golden ticket. I might use that as the title, but long story short, the idea that if I waited for the right moment, everything will pay out perfectly. I'll be able to launch immediately. It'll all go according to plan. But again, the thing I was cautionary about, because this is a past orientation, and being that it is the past, are you still waiting? Right? That's the thing I'm more concerned about. So in your present, show us cards we need to see, please, for Leo, the Leo Collective in this career read. If that was the past, the what was, reveal to us the what is. Show us cards we need to see, please, for Leo in the current moment. Ooh, that's a break. Yeah, I'll write it down. Waiting on the golden ticket. Because again, that's a lot of waiting that you did. I wonder, oftentimes when we wait too long for something to be too perfect, it's just indicative that the right time was always now. So that's what I'm more concerned with. What about the here and now for Leo in this career reading? Okay, down the middle. Six of Swords, moving forward or moving on. It requires action, not just contemplation. The Sun. Okay. The embellishment of happiness, literally the card of happiness and sunshine in the deck. Why so? The Page of Wands. Okay. Things don't change unless I do, right? The idea of optimism at the base level, pages, they hold the element in the purest form, and that's why they're also very vulnerable, right? They're prone to being taken advantage of. Here, if your present is defined by optimism, then you finally, beyond contemplation, you took the leap, right? You took the leap. We're asking, hey, beyond how I individually feel about this, beyond waiting for the perfect moment, maybe it requires action, right? We kept on waiting. And yeah, it just had to come to a point of, if I want things to change, then I got to do something with this. I can't just sit on this idea forever. Okay? So in the future orientation, show us cards we need to see, please. For Leo in the future orientation of this reading. What cards we need to see, please. Future orientation for Leo in this reading. Towards the future. Star, card of Aquarius. Writing on our goals and hope. How so? Page of Pentacles. Again, being more open to not just hoping on opportunity, making it happen. And the Ace of Cups, the cup finally filled. Underneath it all, the Empress, the best of you evolving, right? So again, the bigger lesson I think that you're learning right here and now is to take the leap, right? We keep on waiting for the golden ticket, keep on waiting for the perfect opportunity, Leo, and it doesn't come because we don't make it happen, right? That was at least you in your past orientation, whatever idea or basically venture you were going to go on, kept on holding, kept on, we got to wait for something better. Just hold on. And now towards the future, actually it only happens when I'm okay with letting go, right? The Empress now coming out, the most productive card in the tarot deck. If you give me love, I give you an empire. The Empress basically saying the highest version of me is not afraid to take a risk, right? I can't just sit on all this good idea forever until it runs out. Right, I gotta do something with the gift that I'm given, with the opportunity that I have. So we move from basically the debate to, okay, putting it into action mode, and then realizing action mode was what was the most necessary part of it all along. What was the most necessary part of it all along? Okay, good. I like that for you. Let's go the space in between. Thank you for that. Show cards of connection, the connecting paths between all time-based orientations for Leo in this read today. For their career read, first show what is held between the past and the present, the what was and the what is. Show us cards we can see, please, for the Leo collective in this read. Emperor, card of Aries. Again, a decision maker, one that just goes through with a choice and stops debating, because we could debate till we're blue in the face, but it doesn't change who sits around the table. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so trying to wait for the perfect collaboration moment, or I want better conditions, I want a better team to support me. And the Nine of Swords. The fear that it may never happen. So I'm glad that we started to address that, Leo, because between then, which was just pure debate, to now where you actually try to move forward and go through with a plan, and then you see how good it turns out. It wasn't just the contemplation of the picture perfect notion, just waiting on that golden ticket. Your hope turned into your fear, right? And you had to make a decision. Hey, I could sit on this and just keep on letting it build me stress, or I can actually move like I deserve to be here, right? The fear isn't going to go away until we try, but until we try, we'll never know, right? So it's kind of a trade-off. Now, between the present and future orientation, show us cards of connection, the bridging gap between these time-based orientations, the what is and what if. Well, the cards we need to see, please, for Leo in this read. Queen of Cups, giving, showing the best of self and how it shows up. Okay. Ten of Cups. That when I put forth that effort, when I move with all force of intent, everything harmonizes around me. I get shown that, again, the action is what is necessary, not just the contemplation. And the King of Wands. I learned how to do right consistently for and by me. Okay? Underneath it all, the Magician, the power of manifestation. Leo, I guess, at time of recording, we are closer to the end of Cancer season, but we're still moving as if it's already your season, Leo. I'm very pleasantly surprised here. But the Magician underneath it all, it happens when I choose it to, right? The power of manifestation, that we can create everything with the raw power and determination through our own hands, okay? Last, finding the major arcana strewn across the table for Leo in this read, we start with Temperance. Wow, that was quick. Right. You've been sitting on this for a while. The reason I'm saying the Four of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles dropped out immediately, and that hit the table, so we will take. Having that underneath Temperance, again, I'm looking at a Leo who was waiting for the perfect moment, right? I'm sitting on such a good idea, and no, there's going to be a better time. I just need to be patient, and no, you need to stop debating, right? You knew what you had was good. Now it's time to move as if it was, okay? The next, to the Sun. What defines the Sun? Define this major arcana and move forward in this read. To the Sun, Nine of Pentacles. When I believe that I can grow my own garden, surprise, surprise, the grass grows where we water it. Leo, I think in the present moment, you're learning that things don't change unless I do, right? And in that way, you have to actually move on your thoughts, your dreams, your aspirations, because nobody's going to live that out but you, okay? Next, to the Star, Wheel of Fortune. It may have hope be affirmed with time. Right, we're not just waiting and waiting and waiting. No, we actually apply our dreams to that. Not just passively hoping, but actively pursuing. That's how it works out. Anybody can hope, and anybody can wish. Not everybody can pursue. And I think that's the bigger, grandiose lesson here. To the Emperor, right? Nine of Cups. My fulfillment only comes when I make the choice for and by me. Resolution. Well, as we move towards resolution, let's give a crossing pattern. And the notion of powerlessness with Eight of Swords. Two of Swords, confusion, right? Sitting, waiting on the world to change, waiting for a bigger sign, a more opportune moment, just waiting is not going to get us anywhere. Because the obvious answer is just to do. And we got to move like we deserve, okay? So, the resolution, regarding the Five of Cups and all the pain that was held in, your fears, your nightmares, and everything. Page of Cups. A base level of optimism. Is it the most even read by the end? Not really, because again, we're still learning the lesson. There's a lot of pages upon these grandiose concepts, and we're balancing a huge dream upon basically a sense of optimism that you're learning to light that fire for in the most basic levels. So yeah, we were afraid it would fail, but more than failing, we came to a point of this will never happen if I don't try. We have 100% not success, 100% failure rate on the things that we don't even try to succeed in. Okay, last and underneath, the Pentacles. And maybe this is found in community, collaborating with others, but also building an environment and a supportive team, one that collaborates with you to make this come true. So what do we see in your read today, Leo? I'm looking at a Leo who sat on a goal, sat on an aspiration, sat on an idea for ages. This isn't just something that you came off with a whim. This is something you've been waiting for months, if not years on, Leo. And between all that, we had to learn that the only thing that makes it happen is making it happen. Choosing choice, choosing action, choosing anything but sitting still. And in the future, seeing that it's not just about hope, the idea is about putting it into action, putting it into practice to see how it plays out. Between all that was the affirmation that change must happen, and then the reveling in the change that you saw work out for you. A success rooted in the idea that no, things get better when I allow them to. But first, I have to go for it. And yeah, it didn't end on the best note. Question mark. But I know with all the the pain that came along with this, because I'm reading that pain all the way down to that Knight of Swords, which was honestly how you really felt in this read. Once we got past all the logistics of the matter, your golden ticket was also kind of the way that you avoided the pain of decision here, but it doesn't change the fact that it still existed within you. Now you're learning gratitude. You're learning how to make it work, and you're learning to be okay with it. It can happen, but first, you gotta try. That's all I got in your read today, Leo. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, don't just sit around waiting for your golden ticket. Sometimes you make it happen yourself. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.